Hi, this is Matthew Ikanya, your host on the Health, Economic, and Political Show. And I'm here again to talk about talk about a story from Nigeria. And this time, the topic is on police brutality. And uh, 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 a major celebrity in Nigeria is speaking out, like speaking his mind out on the issue. It's now a plague in Nigeria. Police brutalizing young people. Recently, a young man was killed for just sitting down and watching. I don't know, cause he was just watching a football match, and something was happening around his environment, and he got killed by a stray bullet. So Femi Kuti is speaking out on this, and the topic talked about Femi Kuti being angry, like speaking out on police brutality. My topic there is talking about Femi Kuti's outrage on police brutality speaks volumes. Like the man has been keeping things inside lately, but this time he just had to spit everything out. And he says that Nigeria entity need a total overhaul. The Nigerian polity, the politics, and everything need a total overhaul. And I agree with him 100%. Please, if you are watching this video or you stumble across this video, please subscribe, share, comment, hit like, hit dislike, hit the notification bell. It encourages me to make more videos and it shows that people are like in terms with the topics I'm talking about. Now let's go back to the story. Femi Kuti's outrage on police brutality speaks volume. One of the points he raises is that police brutality is as a result of the state of the nation. If a nation is ill, if a nation is suffering from malappropriation, if a nation is suffering from bad governance, then all its institutions will start feeling the effects. So the police is is part of the institutions of the Nigerian state, of the failing Nigerian state. And the kind of things that is happening in the police force will warrant them to perform the way they are performing. It's like a computer, garbage in, garbage out. It's what you give that you get back in return. What comes around goes around. Now, what are the things that the police are facing in Nigeria? Bad pay package and incentives. That's why you see police to be collecting rogers on the road, taking bribes, people getting released when they've commit heinous crime. The police is now part of the gang, part of the corruption that is going on in the system. Check the last election. The police were unable to do anything because the government and some top politicians, rich politicians that have robbed the country blind, they have invested in the police like in terms of bribery. So that's what happens when the police are not getting the appropriate package or the right package and the right incentives to do their jobs. So they end up being the thing that they're supposed to fight against. They end up being the the um the disease they're supposed to fight against. And the Nigerian police lack training, modern training facilities, and modern policing gadgets. They don't have devices to do their job. All they just have is their skill, personal skill. They don't have the devices to carry out their job out properly. If they had the devices to carry out their job properly, they would have known when to back up. They would have known when to back up if things are not working fine. They would have been gathering enough intelligence to know who is a criminal and who is not a criminal. Not because someone is someone has a dreadlock or someone has tattoo, you not term that person or you not classify that person as a criminal. That's not done. You have to have the correct gadgets, the correct facilities, the correct um, tools in place as a policeman to carry out your job effectively, or else you will be harassing passers-by, innocent people, people who go about doing their own personal job, who go about minding their own business, who are not a menace or problem to society. You end up harassing them. Bad economic policies that doesn't favor the police. Bad economic policies as it affects the whole general public. It affects the police too, because the police are part of the community. They go to the same market, they go to the same shopping mall, they use the same health facilities, they use the same um, um, things that everybody in the public generally in the public use. So anything that affect the general public will affect them. The bad policing is as a result of the um, um, illness of the as a result of the ill economy, as a result of a system that is not functioning fine. That's what bad policing will result from. So it's not that the police are just acting out of their own demeanor or misdemeanor. They are acting out of a system that has not been functioning fine. Femi Kuti now dive into other areas like bad medical facilities. Private medical facilities, people cannot get access to good medical treatments, good medical facilities. People are just dying anyhow because the modern equipment, the modern system of treating people, of addressing different kind of like illness and medical conditions are not in place in Nigeria. And he called out the president that he should be the leader. He should be a charismatic leader. He should be the one in the forefront to create a good medical system in Nigeria. At least one medical hospital that is well equipped. It's not a bad thing. I can remember during Obasanjo time, he was using the hospital in Abuja. During Goodluck Jonathan time, he was using the hospital in Abuja because during that time, at least they made one hospital very effective so that they will not be going to other countries to receive medical treatment. Just imagine all these advanced country. That's what Femi even raised. He said all these advanced country. It will be a political suicide for their president or the queen or the French president to leave his own medical system and go and patronize the medical system of another country. To be political suicide. So the president should put in place a good hospital for at least one, so that people will have one to run to, so that he will be like he will be part of the system that use that same system. You understand? You patronize the same institution that you are governing. That shows that you trust that institution, not taking the money, taking the resources out of the Nigerian economy and going to the hospitals in London It doesn't favor anybody. It doesn't help the common man. So Femi Kuti was saying that be like Nigerians too. Face the thing that ordinary Nigerians face and be a general in front, be a leader to put all these things in place so that the suffering will be reduced, so that the sufferings of Nigerians will be reduced to the lowest. So we need good medical facilities. We need our best professional personnel all scattered all over the world. We need a good system to protect these medical facilities. And it's only the government that can do this. The ordinary people cannot do this. But I like what the ordinary people are doing. They are demanding for it. They are not being quiet anymore. The frustration is getting them to speak up. And that's what they should be doing. They should be speaking up. It shouldn't have gotten to this point anyway. Femi Kuti talk about bad schools. An ordinary Nigerian man cannot send his or her child to the public school anymore because bad school facilities, bad incentives for teachers. Teachers are not well paid. And he raised this point too. Teachers are not well paid. So how are they going to deliver their job in a proper manner? It's not just encouraging. Now, the private schools that are running, they are very expensive. The ordinary man will pay out of his nose and teeth just to send his or her child to school. This is not good. Do not mess Nigeria up like this. It's getting too worse. And soon, all these boys will start getting, because they are waking up now. All the touts are waking up now. When the time comes, don't say we didn't talk about this, because they will come for anybody that is making their life miserable. They will come for any politician, come for anybody in power that is making their lives miserable. Femi addressed food scarcity. How can we have other big lands? They import food from Nigeria to the UK, to the US. They bring Nigerian food there. How can you allow food to be exported out when you are not even self-sufficient? That's one way to secure your community. The food that is being made should first go around to the people. The food that is being planted and grown in Nigeria should first be distributed to the people. Cheap. Then the surplus you can now export. So how come that the people, there is food scarcity and the available food is very expensive, but the same crop that are very expensive, that is scarce in Nigeria, they are being exported to the UK and the US. So the government has to deal with food scarcity so that the ordinary man on the street be able to afford to buy food. Femi Kuti talked about this. Femi Kuti talked about the poverty state of the country that is getting worse and worse. That he cannot even go out. People will be asking him money for this, money for that, and that's the situation. Now, the one that the one that can see the light, that have been able to move out of the bucket, or that is trying to move out of the bucket, is being pulled down. Crab mentality is now coming in because everybody is trying to survive. So the government has to do this, because all this sending your children abroad, sending your children to America and Britain, and they will never be first class citizens. They will always be second class citizens, because these people know them. By sending your children abroad is not the best way. There's nothing like home. By thinking my children is not in the system and blah 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 and blah blah blah, when they get to US and the UK, they will be subjected to white supremacy. They will be pushed down. They will face the music. So why don't we build our country? We are not it's not that the white people are telling us not to build our country. It's our own politicians that have been stupid not to build our country. And we run to this country, and the people in these other countries, They are tired of seeing our faces, man. So the government should start building our country so that our people can live in our country in Nigeria in peace instead of going out and facing all sort of situations and being even forced to do heinous crime that gives them death sentence. They sentence people, Nigerians, every time in Saudi Arabia for drug related offenses. They sentence people for armed robbery. They keep raiding homes of Nigerians when a robbery takes place and there's a suspect that is Nigerian, constantly being embarrassed for being a Nigerian just because our government is a criminal setup, a set of bunch of criminals that would not put the people first, that will not put the needs of the people first. So Femi had to call them out and tell and call the government out that the police brutality is as a result of a bad political system, bad corrupt leaders that are running the country that don't even have any sense of shame. Femi Kuti called for a total overhaul of the system. He's making this call now. If the government don't listen, anything that comes out, because these youths, these touts, they are getting the wake up call now. Now they will get to a point they will be desperate and they'll be coming after politicians. And when it comes to that, don't say we didn't warn you. Don't say Femi didn't speak up. You spoke up. Because people like him then will just sit there and can't do anything because they will not be able to do anything. Because now the youth now decide to be brutal. It's not going to be easy for any government official then. So the government should wake up and start solving the problem of the ordinary Nigerian. So we have a country to run to call our own. If you're watching this video, please hit like, subscribe, share, comment, do something to this video. It encourages me to make more videos. Thanks for watching.